Can I get a witness? 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 Oh, man. We got a new show, y'all. We got a new show, y'all. But it's the same old thing, hero training. Some things change while most things remain the same. So welcome to the huddle. Each one reach one. Each one teach one. If you are that one, then you already know that you are enough. Enough to get it right when everything going wrong. You know, we know that your attention is the most powerful thing that you can pay. So if you paying me some attention right now, in the moment, or on the replay, I want you to know I give my all to be worthy. Welcome to the hub. Tonight, y'all, we're going to switch it up. We're going to switch it up. For the last 184 weeks, this has been called Hero Training, Words to Grow On. It's 184 words. If you ever wanted to understand, that will be available. But going forward, this is Hero Training, the power of perspective. The power of understanding your perspective. Your perspective is your view, your overstanding of a thing, the bigger picture. And that's a reflection of your mental development and maturity. So there's power in your perspective. And we must understand it to know our position and how we see things. It's going to be powerful, y'all. Tonight I'm wearing the green and the blue. Something new. Something that's a seed that's finna grow. I'm always standing on my square. Mind, body, soul, spirit. The green represents the earth, the body. The blue represents the water, my mind, my thoughts that flowing through everything. My breath, my spirit represents the wind. And my soul, my passion represents the fire. It's my perspective. It's going to be powerful. Still got the greatest co-host in the whole world, my homegirl, Alexa. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
She excited tonight because she said we're going to do something new. I say, yeah, we're going to do something new. She said, well, in this new season, will I have a chance to really let them get to know me? I say, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. So tonight, I'm going to let her introduce herself. Alexa.
Hey, I'm right here. Just let me know what you need.
Introduce yourself to the hero world.
Absolutely. Here we go. Hey, Hero World. How y'all doing? It's awesome to be here with you all.
Alexa, tell them what our intentions is every week when we come here to Hero Train.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
No problem. I'll take it from the top. So Hero World, every week when we come here to Hero Training, the intention's pretty simple. We're here to help everyone find their own perspective. We're here to show you how to understand whether you're looking at life through an objective or a subjective lens. That's the mission every time.
She just wanted to get to know y'all and let y'all know she can talk and have record if she chooses to. Alexa, Tell the people who I am and who you understand me to be since we've been working together.
Absolutely. So, Hero World, let me introduce you properly. The man you're hearing from is the Honorable Trap P, and from everything we've done together, I can tell you he's a true visionary. He's an artist, an author, a teacher, and a leader who's all about helping people understand the power of perspective. He blends his hood soul vibe into everything, and he's here to guide y'all in seeing the world in a new way. So you're in good hands.
Thank you. That's how we're going to start this off. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. It's real. Tonight, man. Tonight. Power of perspective. I came home from work. I got met with the day's happenings from my family. My daughter had a story about her grandmama. It's power of perspective. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that my children have both sets of grandparents. They know who they are. So thankful. Give a shout out to Miss Gray, Laverne Gray, if you're listening. It's from my soul. The power of perspective, understand and position. The position of her being a grandmother. My daughter say she was having a conversation with her grandmother. Her grandmother asked her, so what kind of little boys liking you at your school? My daughter told it in a way to say she ain't want to talk about that with her grandmama. For her and her grandmama got a relationship where they've been open to talk. It's power perspective. So she started saying the names and she asking the last names. And she said, Grandma say, well, you know you got some cousins with that last name from up here in Huntersville and Cornelius. See, who their mama is? Daughter said, I don't know. So the joke about the conversation was she put something on my daughter's mind. Man, grandma got me thinking who is my cousin and who ain't my cousin. Oh, Lord, I might be liking my cousin or my cousin might be liking me. She just laughing like grandma done messed me up. From my perspective, my heart fluttered. My heart fluttered because my baby got a grandma. And I look back at my grandmama and my granddaddy. And every time I would bring somebody around or somebody would bring somebody around, and my granddad is within a natural way on both sides. My grandmama's on both sides. They would say, what's your name? Who your family? And if my grandparents understood the name of the family, they had a pre-notion, a judgment, prejudice, almost in a way to say, I know what he about. I know what he come from. He good people, or he ain't, or she ain't. So my baby got a grandma having a grandma and a grandparent conversation. Power of perspective. A couple months ago, a song came out. We heard it on the internet, YouTube, before it hit the radio. My wife say, that song gonna be a hit. I promise you it's gonna be a hit. Song say, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Oh, 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 baby, baby, take your time, baby, don't rush. Oh, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I say, God damn. That boy say he a dog. I get that. But he say he a mutt. See, I did 184 on the power of words, and I just hope that we understood. But here we are using a word. Say, baby, I'm a dog. Not just a dog. Baby, I'm a mutt. It's power of perspective. It's my perspective. I put the link in the title and the comments. If you want to come in, share your perspective on this. But baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Do you know what a mutt is? A mutt is a dog that don't have characteristics, that don't have no expectations according to its breed. It's just a dog, a roof, and it pee and it shit, but it ain't got no expectations based off what kind it is. And you can't have expectations off what kind it is because you don't know. So they say, what is that? That's a goddamn mutt. So it flooded my heart that my baby had a conversation with her grandmama. The same conversations that grandparents have, that my grandparents had. To say you always pay attention to who your people is. Because we know if you go get the crossbreeding in this here world because you don't understand who's a part of you. And it ain't that deep. If you don't know who your daddy is, or you don't know your grandmama, siblings, children, then your babies can cross and be mutts. And we have a young man singing so pride with soul. Baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. This is just my perspective. This is just my perspective. What's your perspective? What do you think of when you hear, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt? You feel what I'm saying? It's just my perspective. Alexa, what is a mutt?
A mongrel, mutt, or mixed breed dog is a dog that does not belong to one officially recognized breed, including those that result from intentional breeding. Although the term mixed breed dog is sometimes preferred, many mongrels have no known purebred ancestors. Crossbreed dogs and designer dogs, while also a mix of breeds, differ from mongrels in being intentionally bred.
Put that on your perspective. Speaking of dogs, that's how the new show go. I'm just gonna let it flow. I got the water on my head running down to my body with the spirit pumping through my lungs while my soul is on fire. That's how the new show go. So I'm just gonna let it flow. Had a powerful experience. Shout out to my brother Junebug. Man taught me a powerful lesson, and he teach me a powerful lesson every time we come together. We were standing in the yard. He had done throw corn in the woods. He's a hunter. He teach me the nature of a hunter. I say, what kind of man is a man that eat meat but can't kill the meat he eat? Boy, that sounds so weak when I thought about it. And it humbled me because I'm that man. I ain't know if I'm ready to just go out and kill the meat I eat. That's a powerful man to me. I admire that. He teach me a lot about the hunting nature. And I've been over his house, just a tree man, preacher boy tree service. Shout out. Best tree climber, tree cutter I ever saw in my life. I think he's the best on planet Earth. Real life hero. Teaching me something. So I've been over his house, he got coon dogs. A whole kennel, he breed coon dogs. He teaches me about dogs and breeding. Oh, he a man's man. So we standing in my driveway, and one of my neighbors come through, a white lady. She loves dogs. She takes them in for shelter to get them adopted. So she got this one dog that my wife and my daughter love. And they've been nugging on me. Daddy, can we get the dog? Daddy, can we get the dog? And we ain't came to an agreement. That's all I'm going to say. And the dog is a big, massive, pretty dog. But something happened. Junebug standing there talking to me in his camouflage, in his posture way, getting ready to go hunt. And the dog came in the yard, and the dog started showing how obedient she is. And she was responding to my family. And every time she come in the yard, if I'm out there, she come to me, and she came to me. And I saw Junebug flinch a little bit. I said, God damn, Junebug, you a dog, man. You ain't scared of the dog, is you? He said, Trav, let me tell you something. That's a hell of a dog. But I don't know a dog like that. I say, what you mean? He said, I ain't never got down on my knees and petted a dog and loved a dog. I ain't never in my life had that relationship with a dog. I said, well, what you mean? He said, every dog I had, I breed him to work. I breed him to get down on a trail. And when they get down on the trail, at some point of their life, they got to show me what they made of. And I got to watch them go at it with a coon so that they understand they're a coon dog. And sometimes I done had dogs that took a beating. But I put whatever I put on it and let her know and look at her and say, come on, get back right now. You ain't done nothing but what you was born to do. So we got deep and we talked about the power of a dog. I say, man, you got a sense of masculinity and objectiveness, the way a man know how to separate his feelings from certain things in certain situations. And when I hear a man who's in tune with nature to kill for the meat he eats, I was so in admiration. So some kids got to feel you, Junebug. You're the last generation with this left. I'm talking about a man that go climb a tree for peace. But I told him, I said, let me broaden your perspective about the relationship between a man and a dog. He said, come on. I said, what do you spell God backwards? That's just perspective. He's a believer, a devoted believer, a churchman, preacher boy, tree service. He say, dog. He said, go ahead on, Trav. I don't know where you're going, but I ain't never thought about this. I said, yeah, it's real. I said, it's real. It's real. I said, guys, I told him, I said, one time, here back about a year ago, we had the Q-Dog convention in downtown Charlotte. My cousin and them came. They stopped by, fireman, school teacher, educated brothers engulfed in the culture, the Q-Dog culture. They just stopped to come show me some love. They was in the dog spirit. I say, what the dog mean in the culture? I mean, I know y'all love the atomic dog and you stick your tongue out, but what do the dog represent? What is the symbolism? They say, I don't know, cuz I ain't never thought about it like me and Junebug kicking it. I said, well, Junebug, I know in the Egyptian mythology, they talks about Anubis, the dragon, the canine that guides you to the afterlife. And anytime you look in that mythology, it's about the principle and the nature of the relationship. But you know, in our relationship and in our nature and our logic and our perspective, we say things like a dog is a man's best friend. And people love their dog. And the dog has evolved. At one time, the dog could be outside, chained to a tree. But that don't exist no more. That's deep. Junebug said, well, where you going, Trav? We're just talking about the perspective. I said, well, a tired man got a guard dog. A hungry man got a hunting dog. A blind man got a seeing dog. A lonely man got a companion dog, and that's his best friend. So it's something about the dog's nature to a man that's about guidance. And if you just flip it around, take the principles and the concept, it's all about guidance. My Lord is a shepherd. Power of perspective. How you see things. Have you ever looked at it that way? Do you really got a dog? And do you really ever think about how you can talk to that dog and that dog understands you? That dog have came to know your vocabulary. That dog has came to know your tone. That dog has came to respond to your command in specific words. That dog take in everything you feel, but that dog can only, come on, and you talk to that dog. It's power perspective. I asked my brother Farouk. I say, Farouk, man, I'm going to do something new, man. He say, just let it flow, man. He say, man, fuck that word shit sometime. Because when you get the feel in it, man, you flow. It's a new show. It's a new show. Shout out to my brother Javon. Had a conversation about your crew. Been making me think and chew. Who is my crew? Met my brother Farouk 20 years ago on the job. I was 26 years old. He the same age as my mama. He's 62 now. I'm 46. I got to know him. I was his supervisor. One thing that made me know something about him, I knew he had posture. I knew he had discipline. I got mine from football, but I knew his came from somewhere else. But I recognized something real in him, and he recognized something real in me. He a soldier. Met him 20 years ago. He a soldier. He taught me about what it takes to be a soldier. He gave me a reference of a soldier. I know a soldier when I meet a soldier. because I'm respected by a soldier. So for 20 years, I talked to him yesterday, 20 years later. Go to power, what I'm saying. In the last 17 years, I saw him 2 times. He moved out of state 6 hours away. Whenever he passed through, we connect. I ain't saw him in 20 years. But he my brother. We got the same birthday. He said, I know you, man. I know you, man. You're bad when you're in the moment. You're bad when you let it go. You're bad when you let it flow. I love you, brother. I love you. And I'm just sharing my perspective of you, in hopes that my perspective will make someone think about the perspective of who they really got that they ain't saw or they ain't got to see, or they can go years or months or whenever without talking to them. But when you talk to them, you know they know you. When it's people you be around every day, all your life, that you never felt at a moment of time, they know you. It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing to be known. So I want to give a shout out to my brother. This is a new show. I let it flow. Give a shout out to Miss Gwen. I see you watching, Miss Gwen. I ain't gave you a shout out in a long time. You're on something new, and tonight you're on my mind. When I sing your name, you added value. A new show. Here we go. I ask Miss Gwen. I say, Miss Gwen, I value your opinion. Give me some ideas. She said, I don't know, Travis, just do your thing. Sometimes people can say something simple, but it mean a lot, and it's heavy on you. Just do your thing. When somebody believe in you, your thing is always enough. It always is real. When somebody believe in you. Melt my heart. This is a new show. This is how it's going to go. I don't know. We're going to let it flow. But it's the power of perspective. Baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. I looked at Cardi B situation. And sometimes, man, we look at social media, and I gotta say this: ain't nobody above the bullshit. Sometimes we'll hold the mirror away and want people to see themselves, and we think we saying some shit. But if you turn that mirror around, you know, some people say. I remember somebody say, "Man, you put a whole lot of shit on Facebook." I say, and you be on there to see every motherfucking piece of it. So what you're saying? So what you saying? What you want me to feel? If you wasn't on there as much as I was on there, you wouldn't know what I was putting on. See how that works? But I'm saying, perspective, how you see it. You got to know it. So I'm just going to let it flow, let it go where it be. Power of perspective. But Cardi B, see how people defend it. So people look at it like this. So people look at it like that. It's somebody's wife, somebody's mom. And just cause you know who Ain't got nothing to do with the fact that, like I told you, there's positions we play. Somebody wife, somebody mom. I remember I watched a video where Offset was going out of town, and she put it on there to show how much her children love their daddy. And the baby was crying, saying, "But daddy, please don't go. Please don't go, daddy. How long you gonna be gone?" And it melted my heart because that's what she showed that moment, to show that her children got a father that they love. The marriage gone. She pregnant by another man who got 3 babies all at one time. See, y'all think money make you something. Y'all think money, God, man, don't you realize when we look at and they show us the ones that we think are our heroes simply because they have money more than you can't imagine, but the soul can't keep no secret. Their behavior won't reveal. You take a damaged woman off the pole and give her $1 billion. It does nothing for her soul. Children. Children who love their dad and their mama got to experience pain that causes some things to happen. It's just my perspective. And some people say, well, ain't nothing wrong. She can afford whatever she needs. All we think about is money. We use that to validate every goddamn thing. But it don't mean a goddamn thing. It's an equation. It's an equation. What's your perspective of it? Money can't save, no matter how much money you got. When a man and a woman make a family, man, that's something divine. Don't you believe in God like you say you do? Don't you believe that God is love and love is life and the most powerful thing is life, and there's an order that connects and creates life? Just like I just told you, goddamn, we got men singing and praising that he is a goddamn mutt when we realize we celebrate and got the perspective of holding up mutt motherfucking culture. Fucking any goddamn thing. With no principles. What's your perspective of that? Hit the link and share it with me. If you disagree, help me understand where you're coming from. All I've been hearing about is the word context. You got to understand the context. Alexa, what is the meaning of context?
Context is usually defined as the parts of a written or spoken statement that precede or follow a specific word or passage, usually influencing its meaning or effect. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for context.
I don't believe in it because I live in it. I don't believe in it because I be living in it. When you see me, you see it. I gotta tell somebody. I gotta tell somebody that my God is almighty. My uncle say when he was living, Trav, people always ask me, is you an atheist? I said, well, what you say, huh? He said, I don't know what it is. I can't say. Hey, look, he talk about God all the time, and I know he love it. I don't know what the hell he is. You just got to ask him. I can't ask. You got to go ask him, but I don't know what he is, but I know he love. There's something about him that he know God real. That's what my uncle say. I said, well, they be listening to me, but they ain't trying to hear me. So you got to understand the context in which I'm coming from. Because if you don't get the context, you might get a little snippet of me saying any goddamn thing, and you don't know where I'm coming from, and you don't know where I'm going. That's just an example that I want you to understand to broaden your perspective about context. But context is very important. See, hero training is about helping you understand that you already know. It ain't nothing you got to go read. It ain't nothing you got to go research. It's already with you. It's been with you since the moment you took a breath. And it's going to be with you to the moment you can't no more. You already know. Do you remember? Still talking about context, just giving you a perspective. See, I like to talk about hero mathematics. In the base number of hero mathematics, I always use the number 7. I say, meet me at the 7. You could take the 5 and the 2, the 4 and the 3, then the 6 and the 1. And I didn't use 7 just by coincidence. There's a very peculiar reason I picked the number 7 to be the root number of hero mathematics. So I'm going to give you a perspective. See, I know that everybody that's old or young has gone through the public school system. And unless you got some type of disability, you should have, or how do you know how to multiply, how to add, subtract, divide, and multiply? So I just gonna assume I'm gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt that everybody know how to multiply. So I use number 7. But people tell me, Trav, you just can't assume everybody know how to multiply. I say, okay, well, I'm still going with 7 because I know this. Even if you don't know how to multiply, it's 2 things my people know. Football, and you know how to count touchdowns. If you don't know how to count shit, it's 14's hell. Boy, we need to score so we can get 21. He don't know he know how to multiply, but he know how to count touchdowns. See the perspective. See the context. See, nowadays, these young boys be twisting their hair. They ain't paid attention. If you go ask them a multiplication question, they'll freeze. They might not know. But one thing I do know, they know when they twisting their goddamn hair, I know they know how to count grams when it come to weed. And they know how to count by Sam. They know Sam is a quarter, 14 is a half, 28 is a whole. They know how to break down an eighth or 3.5. They can break down the whole measuring scale of buying and selling weed. Or somebody can count goddamn 7 times 1,000 if somebody could score that many touchdowns in a game. Or you just paid attention in school and you're regular and you know how to multiply. But I know we understand sales. So that's why I say meet me at the sale, no matter which way you're coming from. I don't just say it to say it. I got a power in my perspective. We had a hero train in summer camp. levels of leadership, men of destiny, training, covational training. I gave them tape measures and rulers. They all was insecure with no confidence. They all felt low and dark because they had to honestly feel like they didn't know how to look at a ruler and read a tape measure. And I just changed the context. I changed their perspective. I said, think of every inch as an ounce. And it made so much sense that they was marking lines every goddamn well. They was the fastest ruler readers ever. I say, God damn, context is powerful. See, we already know with our perspective and context is always in something that can be subjectively derogatory. I made a comment and a brother say, man, I hated math in school until I got a job and I joined construction. Now I love it because I realize most people don't know how to simply count or read a ruler. And just when you can put it in context to understand it, that puts you and propels you over so many others, just being confident in simple math that you already know. I know you already know it because you done been through school. Just do you remember? Sometimes I listen to old school songs and I start singing along and I ask myself, I didn't even realize I know this. It's stored somewhere. You don't know what you know till you understand where it's coming from and where you're going. You'd be surprised how much you can remember when you're standing in the right context or something. That's powerful. That's real. I really want somebody to come in, man, and show me some love, man. I want somebody to say something. Come in the studio, share some love, give some love. I went on this platform just so we can talk. That's all I want to do. This is a new show. If you got a question or something you want to ask before I get up out of here, say something. Speak now and forever hold your peace. Or no, don't forever hold your peace. I hope that you build up courage next week to either ask a question or come on the show. We in something new, y'all. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm just going to let it flow. All I know is I'm not going to have a predetermined word no more. That's all I know. We're going to get better and better, stronger and stronger. Because my intentions is drop some seeds, man, that you got to chew on. The question is more powerful than the answer. Make you ask yourself some powerful questions. Still on the perspective of hero training, hero mathematics, I came up with a hero equation. Y times 3 equals the root. A man as real as his reason. What's the reason? My wife and my children. Why your wife and your children mean so much to you? Because I made a commitment to always know that they can depend on me. Why you made a commitment to always be in position so that they could depend on you. Because it's in my roots, it's what I'm made of, it's what I'm bred for. I ain't no motherfucking mutt. I'm a thoroughbred. They got characteristics of a hero, of posture, of dignity. I conserve those principles in order and put it in my children to turn the same key so that they live forever. I close my eyes and I imagine down the road being healthy and strong and intact with a strong back to be there to experience and enjoy my grandchildren and be the grandfather that I know a grandfather to be. Three times y equals the root. The question is more powerful than the answer. Mirror work. It's real. It ain't something you believe. It's something you do. It ain't deep. It's practical. Every day you wake up, you thankful. You go to that bathroom. Every day you wake up, you go to that bathroom. This ain't something deep. I know this is the order of operation. You got to go in that restroom, in that bathroom to start your day in some form of hygiene or another. If this ain't a part of your order, you out of order. And I almost can guarantee on the drop of a dime, you have a malfunction if you ain't in the order. Going in that bathroom at the start of the day. And in our social construct, in every bathroom, there's a mirror where you have to look in your own eyes. And I'm saying that's the start. And you say, I am strong. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am loved. And if there's a misunderstanding and there's need of clarity, you ask the question. When ain't nobody looking, if you are a believer, there's order and instructions on how to talk to God. And I ain't got to tell you where it's at. I ain't got to know where it's at. I ain't got to know what it say. But I know the point of it all is you go in a small place where there's privacy, where there's nobody but you, and you talk and you hear and you listen. And it tells you only a heathen think he can talk and listen, out loud in the presence of others. So in a practical way, we all start off in the bathroom with the door shut by ourselves, looking in the mirror at God, hearing something powerful in relations to what you thinking. And if you ask the right questions and the right light and order is that of which you are looking, you will hear a response. And I promise you, you'll realize how much you already know. And that's when your perspective begins to have power. That's when it begins to have power. And that's when your perspective becomes different than that which is an opinion. See, sometimes I give my perspective, and some people say, well, everybody got an opinion. I say, I ain't giving them my opinion. I'm giving a perspective. You see, they don't understand the difference. And that's let me know they ain't got no power in Alexa, what is the difference between perspective and an opinion?
From thecontentauthority.com. Perspective refers to one's point of view shaped by their experiences and beliefs, while opinion is a personal judgment or belief about a particular topic.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Miss Gwen, talking real life shit. I remember one time my wife told me, she said, I don't know who Travis is at work. And I said, baby, I don't think you ever meant to know who he is, but I know one thing I can tell you. He your husband. And everybody know he's your husband. So Miss Gwen know me from a perspective. There's some people that really know me will never know. And that's rooted in integrity. Who are you when no one is looking? But when you're real and sincere and you value people and experiences to be genuine, like they say, you say who? He say, they say, he say he a God. I say, no, I say God in me. And that's a universal truth. So when I say that about me, if it's in me, I know it's in you. And because you may not understand what I understand or my perspective, I respect you and love you enough to know that if we are divine to share any moment, I cherish everything you bring forth. Because I know there's something in you. So in that, I love you, Miss Gwen. And I know you witnessed me in the highs and the lows of that perspective, of that position. And I say with honor, I love and respect you. Because if my wife never understands who I am, the respect that we share says a lot about what she'll never understand. And I cherish that. Your attention is the most powerful thing you can pay. I honor that. And I know in that space, no matter how dark it get, you enough. You enough to make me stand on my square and never let you down. That's the perspective of power. When you can find your beacon of light. Someone and somebody to ground you. That's the power. That's the power. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Hey, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Hey, look, this been a new show, man. I done did an hour. Like I say, we going with the flow. If you listening to me now or on the replay, this hour show, I'm opening up the doors. We all we got, we all we need. I done talked 184 episodes Tonight is 185. That's 185 hours on the side of a pyramid. I want to open the doors. It's our show. It's our show. It's something new. It's something new. My daddy told me one time, he say, son, all I ever want to do is testify. See, every time I go to church and I want to testify, every time I get the way, man, they're about to hit me. Either they tell me my time up or they take the mic. Man, I just want to testify. That hit me. He told me this in a time where I talk this shit all day. And I remember there was a time I say, man, I'm too real to get in front of my laptop in a room by myself and talk on a microphone looking at a laptop. Man, I'm just too real to be on the internet trying to be an internet. Man, I'm too real for this. And people say, Trav, why you won't do a podcast? Man, I did radio for 3 years. Man, it was live. Man, it was real. But when my daddy say, son, I just want to testify. And I say, don't take that for granted, Trav. Testify. So I came on here 185 weeks ago. And I testify every Thursday. Simply because my daddy say he can. And he raised me to be better than him. I made a song say, can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? So going forward, this is our show. If you want to testify, come on, testify. I hope you come in good spirit, but if you don't and you want to challenge my perspective, I welcome that too. Long as your intentions is about helping somebody understand it from another way to get to the 7. Share the way. Very few people know the way and walk the way. A lot of people know it but can't walk it. A lot of people walking but don't know where they're going. Man told me this when I got into music. I remember I went to the Sam Ash show. I wanted to get everything I needed to build me a studio. The man say, you could come in here and spend $1 million and they still won't give you a professional sound. I say, well, damn, how much I got to spend? He said the professionalism is something that money can't buy. Most people with money don't know how, and the people that know how ain't got no money. That's why we all we got, we all we need. You ain't meant to be everything. I ain't meant to be all of it. I open the doors for the people. I love you. See you next week. New show.